Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Bitcoin on a weekly time frame. And as you can see, we started this week off on a little bit of push to the downside. So as soon as we have 4-hour opening closes above $25,050, I would expect us going to the upside and finding our next level of resistance on the weekly time frame at $26,645. Keep that level in mind. I do believe we will be coming to that level sooner or later. Going to the daily now. We are looking for the break above this $25,950 with a daily open and close above, so we can go to the next level. But since we are getting in the middle of a pullback right now, since the buy volume was slowing down, I was warning you guys, hey, we're coming into some resistance. Where are we looking for this bounce to go? Well, ideally, we did not want it to go under 23,850, but it already tapped that level. So if today we do close, as long as it's above 23,500, we have the opportunity of going sideways and up again and trying to get to that 100 EMA. So as we go sideways, eventually we can get up to that level. Aside from that, let me actually see. Give me 1 second, guys. I am trying to do something. It works. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm actually letting the members come up on here. And there you go. They are all set. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're all set. So as I was saying, the daily candles are coming in for a little bit of retracement. We're looking for the support at this $23,600 level. As soon as you have hourly, or I want to say, let's say a 2-hour open and close underneath this level at 23,500 on Bitcoin, you should expect us probably going right to the low of last week, which is around 22,650. From there, we can look for lower targets, but right now we are playing out this little bear flag-ish consolidation, and we were looking for the short all the way over here at 26,000, but we didn't even make it that high and already started showing some resistance. So as soon as we lose 23,850 with hourly open and closes, I'll be saying, hey, let's find the support on the bottom of the 21 and 55 where they meet. But any open and closes underneath 23,000 is kind of questionable for the support of the downside bounce. And I'm looking for around, well, ideally we wouldn't go lower than 22.5, but if we go under 22.5, I have my targets at 21,800 due to that being the bottom of the channel, as well as my golden my fib it's also where the fib meets. So I'm just going to extend this so we can follow this price action. There you go. Okay. All right, so now let's go to the 4-hour. Trying to do two things at once. Shame on me. So going to the 4-hour, we can see how this consolidation is playing out. We're already under our resistance, which is the golden pocket over here. We are bouncing around the low of the day. If we can put in a support bounce, this is a nice area to take a long scalp and try to take your profit back at 24,500-ish. But if we start closing under 23,860, the downside is going to be much more logical. So I'm expecting when New York Stock Exchange opens, price to probably come into here and then probably roll down over, take out the liquidity. Maybe we go a little bit higher into the pocket and then we probably roll down. So just be wary that this is the last support right here, this trend line, and we already tapped it once. So the next time we tap it, more than likely might be coming back down. We'll look for a support bounce on the 100 EMA. If that breaks, we'll look for a support bounce on the 200. After the 200, you should target the middle of this little descending channel, which is right over here. Also the low of the last week. And then you have one last final extension to the downside if you're feeling that the long is absolutely necessary, level by level. But if you're taking a long scalp here, you should stop out under 23,850. You can try to reattempt a long at 23,600. If that is not the area for the bounce, you get stopped out, then you can use the 200 as well as the previous weekly open. And then after that, this is the last weekly low, as well as this mid of the descending channel, as well as you have fib support. So you have to pick where you want to do your fight. And the scalping for the long side, the bottom of the descending channel is usually where I target, and that is right where the negative point of controls are at. So I don't know if we're going to make that mean of a drop, because usually we could come to here and then continue up. But if it goes all the way down here, I mean, it's going to come into these negative point of controls, bottom of this chart. Like, I would expect a bounce right here for continuation for the upside. All right. So that is what we are looking for on Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin going to get back above 24,600 with 4-hour open and closes for us to continue to the upside? Or is it going to roll on over here and then go test the downside for a support bounce, which is very, very good, because it gives longs an opportunity to scalp, as well as gives price and oscillators time to reset, so the move is not overly bought or overly sold off, and equilibrium is somewhat established. So that's what we're looking for. If this support here breaks, we're going to look for the measured move 1-to-1 down, probably to the 200 over here, 21.7. Any weakness past this point, I mean, we got to look for much lower targets, which would be the ideal area to long. And if we go to the upside above the 21 EMA with hourly open and closes, the goal is to get above 24.6. Once you do that, you can look for much higher. Maybe you retest this high again and find some resistance into the golden pocket and find some support and then continue up. So keep that in mind for Bitcoin. Now, let me get us our Ethereum. All right, going to the daily. Oh, well, we should go to the weekly. Ethereum. Turn up the drawings. So Ethereum on a weekly coming into the 21 where we were expecting resistance. We're trying to see, can we claim the 21 or not? If we do get rejected here, it's totally logical. And then we were trying to look for our support at 1650. Any 4-hour open and closes under 1650, the risk to the downside is there again. And then we have to decide, where's the support bounce gonna be in. We can look at that at that time. Here's the daily right now. And as you can see, we are bumping into the major EMA resistance and finding a pullback. But as long as we are above 1850 or 1840 with hourly or 4-hour open and closes, we are actually looking to go sideways and flag up and make the next extension into this next EMA, which is around 2150. So keep that in mind. Let me see. Yeah, 2150. This purple EMA is what we're going to be going, because right now we're getting back into this purple channel. Oh, there you go. See, we're coming back into this block. We're finding some resistance. Totally understandable to find some resistance right here at 2036. We have to find some support, hopefully right here at 1878, aka this EMA, and then we'll break up above and then test into the next EMA to the top side around 12,160. So watch out for that on Ethereum. Let's go to the 4-hour. Drawings are too stacked on each other. There you go. So as I was saying, I think into open, we might be putting in a little bit of a dead cat bounce and then probably come back later in the week. On Ethereum. Okay. All right, so unfortunately the chart's being goofy, so I'm just gonna try to explain this real quick that until we have a 4-hour open and close above 1945, we're kind of looking at downside and looking for where we find our support. Ideally, we don't want to go lower than 1775 on a 4-hour open and close, so that way we could go sideways and up and maintain our upward trajectory. But too many open and closes underneath 1745, I would be looking for much lower targets for the retracement. And then we can build a flag and kind of hope for a flag consolidation. So that's what we're looking at right now. You know what? I will draw that. It does look like it's happening. So something like this would make logical sense. I would be looking for a bounce at the bottom or a long scalp. That's me. Right down here. And then if you lose this point, it's a risk of this 1-to-1 extension of this large rising channel to the downside. And that would be a move probably all the way to the 100 and lower, which is around 1740. So it does match up right now. I'll remove that, but I'll keep that that channel. That's what it's forming. See it right there? You see it? And now you don't. There you go. Okay. Well, that's what we're looking for on Ethereum on the 4-hour, guys. Aside from that, we did a lot of altcoins this weekend. We did Cardano and Ripple. So please feel free to look at those charts in our Discord if you're trading Cardano and Ripple. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell button for notification. I know today was a little bit jumbly because I'm still organizing some stuff. But don't forget that we do have a paid members group where you guys are getting full access to everything up front. And that includes our daily videos. I'm going to be live streaming them for our members so they can watch it before I even do the rendering and all the graphics and all that. I will be uploading the video shortly and I'll let them have access, and then everyone else will get it as soon as New York Stock Exchange opens. Aside from that, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications. If you have any other assets you would like covered, please leave it in the section below. If you have questions, please leave it in the section below. Aside from that, be safe, get ready for Monday. There's bad news on the Asian side, which is causing a little bit of the market to drag down. So a little bit of a pullback was anyway overdue. So 1 week, 2 week of a little bit of a pullback into support is totally okay. It's when the pullback goes under support with open and closes that we're going to be worried about. And I am monitoring those. So if you have any other assets you want me to keep my eye on, let me know and I will make sure you get that material. And aside from that, after these daily videos, if you guys wanted to, keep in touch and trade together, make sure you join the Discord group. The free side is there. Everyone is there. The members side is a little bit more technical and serious, where it's constant charting and going over possible entries of scalp positions. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Be safe. See you soon. Love ya.